So when I built this base, I wanted to give solo players an equal opportunity compared to groups by utilizing the same tools they do, such as a large furnace and a refinery. The overall cost is 23,000 stone, and I left a fortify in the description. Anyhow, here's a dump chest for you to store some of those miscellaneous things that you get out from roaming. So right here is a large furnace. These things are fucking amazing. They're cheaper and more efficient to use than a bunch of small furnaces. Through this room is where all the magic happens. As you see, we got a small oil refinery, so we can cook up that useless crude oil that you pretty much can find anywhere. As you see, there are 2 large chests right here to store practically whatever you want, and in here, 4 large chests to store all your main resources. You could put your high qual and sulfur in here if you want to. Personally, I'd put that upstairs where it's more protected. Now over here is our produce room. I think these are very effective because if you're not in an area with a lot of cloth and you have a lot of seeds, you can always resort to using this. Even if you have a lot of cloth in your area, it's still always good to have another method of getting more. To get to your second floor, all you have to do is go on your refinery and jump on top of the chest. As you see, 2 small furnaces to cook up charcoal because personally a large furnace doesn't give you that much. There's your cupboard, and the high walls that help protect the large furnace room also help protect the cupboard. This will help prevent them from blowing through that wall because they'll most likely want to blow through a spot without high externals. Up here on our second floor, once I close the door, in these 2 pods we have 4 chests in each spot. You can kind of just store whatever you want in here, but personally I'd store more of my important things such as gunpowder and weapons and ammo. Sorry if it's a little dark in here, but in here is where you're going to store your bed. As you see, remember that dump chest that we had a little bit earlier? You could actually access that through a floor grill because the floor grill is a little bit lower than a floor and it still works as of devlog 141. If somebody got into your honeycomb and you closed the door on them, you could actually use this floor grill to look downwards and see when they kill themselves. From there, you can open this door and hop into your furnace room and flank them from their left. This also works really well as a method of getting up and down from your second floor. Anyways, let's close these doors and let's head up onto our shooting ports. And yes, this base also features shooting ports. This room features a spot for you to acquire and repair weapons and armor, the use of repair benches as a bulletproof window so you can look outside without getting headshot, a method for you to check if somebody is door camping you, and basic shooting ports such as windows, and of course your headshot protection doorways. Alrighty guys, enough about the base tour, let's check out how we built it. So unless you're not planning to use an oil refinery, you're going to have to set up a base in preparation. Oil refineries are kind of expensive, and once you upgrade your foundations to stone, you will no longer be able to place one down. Just set something up like this. You don't really have to set it up exactly like mine, just do something. Once you got yourself an oil refinery and 2 sheet metal doors, place 2 triangles like that, and place foundation stairs off like that. Once you got those foundation stairs set up, place square foundations as so. Once you're done with that, remove all the foundation stairs. This should be easy. You can use a bow or you can use hatchets, kinda just up to you. Remove the triangle foundations and get your oil refinery and rotate the pipes until the pipe is facing you. Now what you're going to do is you're going to place your square foundations in one so it can cover up the refinery. Make sure you can do it for all sides and also make sure that you can place walls on top of that. If you can't place walls, what you're going to want to do is you're going to have to redo your foundations and eyeball it out. Now you can remove these outer foundations because for now they are useless until you want to expand your base. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to get your hammer and upgrade it all to stone. Once again, make sure you're confident that your foundations are right and you can place all the walls. Now what we're going to do is we're going to enclose this central refinery. This step will cost you 6.5k stone. It's the approximate cost of a 2x2. Pay very close attention on how I place the walls and upgrade them all to stone. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to place your cover down. Place it on the foundation to the upper left of the refinery. From there, now what you're going to do is you're going to place your flooring. Upgrade that to stone and we'll move on. Next, head over to where your cupboard is and wall off these 3 walls and put a doorway on the front. Upgrade that to stone, and what you're going to do is you're going to place a door and a code lock on each of these doorways. Now, once again, head over to where your cupboard is, place a stair and a roof, and upgrade the roof to stone. And voila, you are protected. At this point, you probably don't have enough metal left, so what you're going to do is you're going to place some small furnaces right here. These will be temporary until you can get a large furnace. Now we're going to place some chests so we can free up some inventory space. Obviously, you won't be able to place one vertically, so what you're going to do is you're going to flip it to get a horizontal placement. Place it as close to the refinery as possible, and place a low wall right there. Now we can place a vertical one since this one is higher. Once you got your low wall placed, place a large chest horizontally like that. From there, upgrade the low wall to stone. From there, jump on top of your chest and head on top of your cupboard. Select the U-shaped stairs and jump and try to place this. This will be your method of getting onto your second floor. Upgrade that to stone and you're pretty much done with this step. Now we're going to work on the interior of the first floor. What you're going to do is you're going to place a salvage shelf before you put the walls up. Next, place some chests down. Make sure you have 4. Kind of simple, I don't need to explain this. Now you're going to work on your produce room. This step is easy as well, so I'm going to speed it up because I don't need to explain this one either. Now we're going to place our furnace down. Place it as tucked into the foundations as possible and head over here on top of the foundation where the doorways go. Place a square, and to the right of that square foundation place a triangle foundation and go all the way around the furnace. Now make sure you can place walls all the way around it just in case you place these foundations too close. Now I'm going to fly up to show you what the shape should look like so far, and that's what it will look like. It'll look like kind of like a C, but it's going to cover up the entire thing. Now what you're going to do is you're going to remove all these useless foundations, such as the triangles that are not touching the furnace. You'll get something that looks like that. Kind of looks like a sun or a star, whatever you want to call it. Now you're going to upgrade these foundations to sheet metal, just so they don't get pickaxed so easily. Now time to place your doorways and your walls. Make sure this doorway is facing outwards, and place all your walls appropriately. Doorway there. Upgrade it all to stone too. Next, hop on top of your furnace and select the walls. Now you're going to wall off your entire furnace area. This will be a little bit expensive, but generally you should be fine. Now place a doorway on top of that and make sure it is facing inwards. Now place walls all the way around here and upgrade them to stone as well. Now we're going to place doors and code locks on the spots that we have placed so far. Now I might have made a mistake. This triangle right here isn't supposed to be there. This will just be removed so we can place the walls easier. If it's still there and you can't remove it, then you're all good, just go around it. From there, you're not going to place any more high walls because high walls are kind of expensive, so let's move on with the next step. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place that chest that sticks through the floor grill in our airlock. What you're going to do is you're going to open the door and head up onto your second floor. Ignore how long it takes for me to get up there, because, you know, sometimes I'm pretty slow. Once you're on your second floor, close the door behind you, rotate the chest using R, and place it vertically like that. You don't have to place it too close to the door frame, but generally try to keep it close. Next, place a floor frame and upgrade it to stone. You can have it metal if you want, but it's kind of just whatever. Now I will tell you this. You have to have that door that's holding up the chest open while you are building. If you have the door closed while you are building, the chest will break. So only have the door open when you are building. From there, what you're going to do is you're going to place the walls around the remaining things and upgrade that to stone. Now what you're going to do is you're going to upgrade all your floor tiles to sheet metal. I'm choosing this just because it's harder to pick than stone. From there, what you're going to do is you're going to do your interior of your second floor. I don't feel the need to explain this just because this is much more simple than the first floor, so I'm just going to speed this up a little bit. Now we're going to place those missing foundations that we didn't place earlier. These will be your honeycombs. Obviously, I do not need to commentate through this, so I'm just going to speed this one up too. This next step, what we're going to do is we're going to place in those missing doorways that we didn't place from earlier. So any missing doorways, place those in now. Next, now we're going to place in that ladder hatch. You will only need one ladder hatch luckily because ladder hatches are kind of expensive. Head up onto your 3rd floor. You're going to floor off everything and once again upgrade it to sheet metal. This next step, you're going to be working on your shooting ports. You could use my design or your own design, completely up to you. But I'm going to speed through this because I don't need to commentate once again. Alrighty, now that you got your shooting ports done, you're going to work on walling off your furnace room. So I'm just going to let you guys go here. So anyways guys, thank you all so much for watching. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. This was a very highly requested base build by so many of you guys, so I guess I just supplied it for you guys. So anyways, I'll catch you in the next one.